Class 10 students ready for board examination in 2027. But do you actually know these pointers? Ma'am, what are you talking about? Some of the points that you should know before you sit the board examination 2027. Welcome on the platform Diksha Vedantu, and I am your faculty Tanvi Ma'am. My dear student, this video will be a little help to your preparation because it comes straight from the circular that is released by CBSE. It comes from the academic curriculum which has been told to us by CBSE, on which your question paper will be depending on which your question paper is relying on, and it will give you a clear insight and clue how your question paper will be. So let us start that without wasting much of your time. In this video, I will discuss about three important subjects in your class 10 preparation for obvious reasons: maths, science and social science. I'm keeping aside language. I will make a separate video in detail for language subjects too. But first of all, I want to make sure that you are well aware about three major subjects of your preparation. Again, maths, science as well as SST. For the students who opted for basic maths as well as standard maths, it is applicable to both of them that this video is relevant. Coming straight towards the first subject, that is mathematics, beta. Actually, the paper will look like this because the circular said this, right? Chapter wise weightage. Okay, I'll just increase the lighting or decrease it, sorry, so that you can see this clearly. Beta, chapter wise weightage regarding the same is not provided to you by CBSE, that this marks comes from this chapter, but yes, unit wise weightage for maths is provided to you. So there are a lot of chapters in these units, like for example, number system is a unit which I guess contain one chapter only, but yes, in algebra you have more than one chapter: coordinate geometry, geometry, trigonometry, mensuration and statics and probability. So here you will get an insight that the highest weightage, that is of 20 marks, comes from the unit algebra. Then the second is about 15 marks that comes from geometry, which a lot of students run away. I don't know why, because I was the one did not like geometry at all. I don't know why. Okay. The next is very important, that is trigonometry. I enjoyed doing this a lot. And then statics and probability. What I remember, there was one for sure 5-marker question in the end from statics and probability. So here is a weightage system, beta. Number system 6 marks, algebra 20 marks, geometry 6 marks, coordinate geometry 6 marks, geometry 15 marks, trigonometry 12, mensuration 10, statics and probability 11, and here is how you will get your 80 marks question paper. There's difference in the mathematics standard as well as mathematics basic. First, we will talk about the students who choose standard. Your subject code will be 041. Beta, the question, right? The type of question you are getting in exam will be like this, and they are calling it as typology of the question. Like you will find some question which is on the basis of analysis, that analyze the situation. Word problems made in a way that you have to analyze the situation and then solve it from the fact as well as formulas and the basics of maths. But there are a lot of questions which come directly, like MCQ fill in the blanks, that you have to fill this formula completely. So according to that, beta, the typology of the question is described to us by CBSE, where they says that the type of question based on remembering, where you will see that your memory holds that material, recalling facts, terms, basic concepts and answers. And then the understanding, as this is the standard paper, the marks and the weightage to this remembering and understanding is little low in comparison to the basic one, and that is 54%. Total marks will be 43 on the basis of these type of questions. The next are applying type of questions. Applying, basically, they will give you a situation and ask you to apply the concept of maths on it. We have analysis, evaluating, creating type of questions. And the weightage for them is as follows as given here. And here is how you will get 80 marks. Okay? Now the next is internal assessment, which you are up to now sure about. 20 marks will be given to you by the school. Is it depending on the school image of yours? Think about it. I don't know. Okay. The next is about mathematics basic. The code, subject code is 241, my dear students. The question paper design will be based on this typology type of question. That means here remembering and understanding in comparison to the standard one has a high weightage, that is 75%. So you can analyze clearly that the level of this basic question paper will be slightly easy from that of standard. Obviously the word actually defines as that. There is a difference in the level. There will be question from applying typology question. For 12 marks, weightage is 15%, and the rest, which makes it more difficult, that is analyzing, evaluating, creating, for 8 marks, 10%. But last year 2026, the students, you will go and talk to them, they will clearly tell you that the maths paper was difficult in some of the regions of India, right? There were questions which were of higher level. So I would suggest you to prepare in a manner that you actually know your opponent, and your opponent here is CBSE, which tells you everything by the circular, which was even given in the starting of the session. Now I will go back to science. We will talk about the units. Beta, these are the 5 units in your science, including physics, chemistry and biology. Chemical, substance, nature and behavior. Your weightage is 25 marks. No chapter wise weightage is provided to you. If someone is guiding you wrong that by 6 marks from this chapter, 7 marks from don't get trapped. Okay, only a unit weightage is provided. 25 marks chemical, substance, nature and behavior. World of living, 25 marks. Natural phenomena, 12 marks. Effects of current, 13. Natural resources, 5, and the total is 80. 20 comes from the internal assessment. Now see this slide, which is very very helpful, beta. The question paper design for the theory here is in a manner, theory, I'm not talking about MCQ, that demonstrate knowledge and understanding. That means directly from an NCERT, according to your knowledge, your understanding, your factual information, your remembering based concept, and it will be 50%. But 30% will be on the application of knowledge, the concept, the numericals, which asks you to apply those concepts. From day to life analysis, the question comes here. And the next is to formulate, analyze, evaluate and create, 20%. But I know that there are a lot of questions which talk about implement, evaluate, analysis, explain, justify, right, illustrate. You know, all these words have difference in them, and you have to follow approach while writing the answer. I made a video on this separately. You can go and watch what this question means actually, right? And I know that they are going to help you a lot. Next is beta, the typology of questions that is asked in science includes very short answer, including objective type questions. There is one more, objective type questions. Beta, these objective type questions also contain assertion reasoning. Then we have short answers, we have long answers, source based question, which you call as case based question or passage based too. Right, the internal choice of approximately 33% will be provided to you. Beta, no external choices are provided to you. That means there are 40 questions, you need to apply only or write only 36. No such external choices provided to you in the question paper. However, the choices can be, this is question number A, you solve either the question number, this is question number 15, you solve either question number 15A or B. The internal choices will be provided to you, and that's approximately 33% in the question paper. The 20 marks will be given to you according to your internal assessment, and these are the portfolios or the descriptions which they provide you for your internal marks. Right? Beta, here's the list of practicals. If you are still not aware about that, you have not started making practicals in your school. So here is the list of practicals, around 14 practicals given to you from science itself, which have a detailed description in this curriculum. Now I'm moving to social science, beta. Talking about social science, you have 4 books: history, geography, civics and economics. A very good detail about this is given by CBSE to us. Please pay attention to every single detail. Like, let's talk about history. India in the contemporary world 2 is the heading of your NCERT. We have 4 units or 4 chapters majorly in this particular book, right? Your first unit talks about 2 chapters, rise of nationalism in Europe and nationalism in India. If someone is telling you that I will give you chapter wise weightage for SST, beta, don't fall into that trap, because there is no such chapter wise weightage available to us. Rather, it is section wise, or I would say that book wise weightage provided to us. Like in history book, we have 4 chapters: rise of nationalism, then we have one more chapter that is making of the global world. It is clearly mentioned, beta, only the pointers from 1 to 1.3, the subtopics of the chapter 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 will be evaluated in your examination. The rest is for internal assessment. Don't study that for the rest for your board examination. Right? You need not to study the chapter age of industrialization for your board examination, because this is only for PA, that was your periodic assessment. Okay? However, the chapter print culture will be completely coming in your board examination, and the marking scheme is such that 18 for theory and 2 for map work. Let me tell you, this 2 for map work also comes from nationalism in India only. Don't struggle with other chapters for map work. From history. Okay? Then we have geography, that is contemporary India 2, because this part 1 you studied in class 9. We have chapters that are 7 in number now. High weightage. 7 in number. The marking scheme is 17 plus 3, 17 from theory, 3 plus 3 from map work. The chapters which you have to do completely is resource and development, forest and wildlife, water resource, agriculture, mineral and energy, manufacturing industry. But however, from lifelines of national economy, only map work will come. Moving to civics with the heading democratic politics 2. Beta, power sharing, federalism will come completely, gender religion will completely, political parties, outcomes of democracy completely, and it will give you how many marks? 20 marks. No confusion in civics, everything from the book. Okay, when I talk about economics, beta, first chapter development complete, sectors of very important, sectors of Indian economy complete, money and credit again complete, but the chapter that is globalization and the Indian economy, here are 2 topics which they have provided us that is going to come. What is globalization and the factors affecting globalization? Only this you have to study in economics, and it will be of the weightage 25%, that is 20 marks. Okay? Now, for interdisciplinary projects, there are some topics added: production across countries, Chinese toys in India, World Trade Organization, and the struggle of fair globalization. From consumer, write the 5th chapter in economics. It will only project work. Only and only what? Project work. However, the subject-wise weightage, again, it is what? From history 20 marks, geography 20 marks, civics 20 marks, and economics 20 marks. However, the only difference is 2 marks from history comes from map work. Here 3 marks in geography comes from map work, and each carry 25% weightage. Okay? The typology of the question in SST, as we studied in maths as well as science, is such that, beta, 1 marker question, that is an MCQ, right? 1 marker question, that is MCQ, will be 20 in number from each of the sections. Marks carrying 20, obviously, because 1 mark each. Then we will have long type of questions, right? I don't mean long type of question. It is actually very short answer type of question for 2 marks each, right? How many questions will be there in number, beta? 4, giving you 8 marks. Then we have in subjective type of question 3 marker question. Okay? How many number? 5 in number will give you how many marks? 15 marks. Then we have, beta, case-based questions. So 3 case-based questions will be there, each carrying 4 marks, 12 marks here you get. And then we have 5 marks long answer question. How many? Number 4. This is something difficult to write, right? This is something which you feel that the SST is a lengthy paper. 20 marks, and this is how you get 80 marks in total. The weightage is as follows. Beta, one thing you need to understand, up till now SST paper was coming according to marks wise. What do I mean by marks wise? There were sections divided on the basis of marks, like section A for MCQ, Section B for very short answer type of question, 2 marker, C for 3 marker, D for 4 marker case based questions, E for 5 marker, and F for map work. But now this pattern is not going to be followed. Rather, we are going to have beta 4 section in your exam, that is A history, B geography, C for civics, and D for economics. Each section will have the weightage of 20 marks each. 20 marks each. One point that you have to note over here is, beta, you cannot write answers mixed in other section. Please pay attention to that. You cannot write the answers mixed in other sections, and each section will contain all these typology of the questions which we discussed in the present video right now. Okay, the weightage according to competency, remembering and understanding 30%, applying 13.25%, analyzing, evaluating and creating, that is 50%. And this is how it clearly makes us indicate that this time the SST paper can be little hard, because analyzing, evaluating, creating is a difficult task, little bit, where the straightforward questions will not come from NCERT, a little jalebi questions which I call can come. Okay? But it does not mean that beta nothing is going to come from NCERT. Everything is NCERT. The only source for class 10th is NCERT. ठीक है, map skill for 5 marks holds 6.25% weightage in your exam. So this was some basic information which I wanted to provide you before you sit in examination. Now think about this, make a plan according to this, and whenever you see a PYQ or a question that is coming into your exam, please keep in mind that yes, this is how the question will come from this chapter, from this topic. This is it from my side for today's video. We are Vedantu and we are teaching you class 9th and class 10th in English. You just need to do one thing, beta, the video you're watching on the channel, you just need to go and visit the channel. You will find everything in the playlist, in the videos, in the live sessions, as well as some interactive shorts too. So welcome on the channel. I hope after watching this video, you're going to hit the subscribe button, because we are going to meet again in the next video. Up till then, tata, bye bye, take care.